25 years ago today, Nick and I first recorded Thunder from Heaven. And now, if I remember right, we went into the studio the night before. I left my lyrics there because the guys I was with, Craig and Al, we couldn't figure out how to do anything in the studio. We didn't know what we were doing, had no clue. And we were frustrated, and so at the end of the night, I left my lyrics there by mistake.
When you say you couldn't figure anything out, describe what you mean by that.
Well, Al Mosing, who was our sound guy at the time, he was plugging in different microphone jacks, chord jacks to my amps, guitars, Craig's drums, all kinds of things, and then he'd say, play something, and nothing would happen. He'd try and play back on the board, and he's like, I'm not getting any signals, no levels, nothing. This went on for 4 or 5 hours. Finally, at midnight, we just said, all right, let's just bag this for now. This is not happening. And so we're all frustrated. We leave the studio that night, and then I got either a call from you or Al. It might have been Al, who said, Nick Fry, who's a sound engineer at the studio, saw your lyrics and wants to record you guys, which I was like, wow. Because we were clueless. We were like, we would have to hire a sound engineer to do this, which would cost lots of money, which we didn't have back then.
I think the most fundamental part of it was, though, that I do remember for sure thinking these guys had a certain something. I felt this band, even though from a standpoint of numbers of album sales or whatever, you haven't been necessarily as successful as you wanted to be, I feel there was a sort of something that success is going to come from maybe in small drips, small steps, or just one person listening to it. It will mean something to them. And so I felt there was an importance to the whole project, and I can't tell you why.
I remember you were such a perfectionist anyways, that I was at first a little bit intimidated because I'd never been in a recording studio before as a guitar player, and had no idea what I was getting into in terms of, the technicalities, all the setup, the sound levels, everything had to be perfect.
It is different. It's interesting how, live is one thing, studio is another, in your room is a different thing, playing to somebody else, certain people you can really play well to and others you can't, and then the whole thing that, what I call the red light syndrome, where, everything's fine, you set up, you test, you hit record, and then all of a sudden, what you used to be able to do, you can't do. So going into the studio, and so your experience of this was, I could see that was the case, and I thought, I don't want to waste your time, so that's why I would cut to the chase and say, hey, we've got to fix this, we've got to do that, and all those sorts of things. Although sometimes people misinterpret that and think that I'm being very abrupt. I don't mean to be. I'm thinking, let's get this going. Strike while the iron is hot. You guys are all excited to play, yet something's not quite in tune, and you got to live with this.
Well, and you hit on something key there. When we went into the studio, it took us probably a little bit to read you, to understand, like you said, people see you as abrupt. In fact, I remember when we first got into the studio, when we were setting up, and one of us, I won't say who it was, I know who it was a little late, and you said, come on guys, this is free, I'm doing this, let's be ready to go, let's be on time. Mm-hmm. Which I totally understood, because I thought, this guy's doing it for free, we better do whatever he wants. And anyways, so for me, I was like, since this guy's doing it free, I don't want to waste his time. What was cool about the process for me is, I don't know if you remember, we double-tracked my guitars. So I remember we did do quite a few trips to the studio, because you did Dave and his vocals separately. We added a few effects here and there, and I had to come back to do my solos, which was very intimidating, and my string breaking up when I was bending it.
Oh yeah.
And you going, because I was ready to slam my guitar on the floor. I was so angry. I thought, I just got this solo right now. I just broke the string.
You saw the red mist, and I could see your skin starting to go green.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you were like, don't say anything. You heard the bow, and thought it sounded really cool. And to this day, Yours for the Asking has a really cool bend in it because of Nick.